Thomas Shelby, a man who has lived through the horrors of war, built an empire from nothing, and lost more than most men could bear, yet he remains unshaken. Let's break down how Tommy's past, his family, and even love have made him one of the most iconic characters in modern television. He is fearless, ruthless, but somehow is still deeply caring. Thomas Shelby is a man who has seen fear up close, so much so that nothing surprises him anymore. As a soldier in World War I, Tommy experienced the horrors of battlefield, living through near-death experiences that would break most men. But for Thomas, facing death head-on shaped him into someone truly fearless. It's as if after facing the constant threat of death in trenches, the dangers of running a criminal empire feels like just another day at office. Tommy's the kind of guy who would walk through a battlefield, have a cup of tea, and not even flinch. He's not a typical good guy or bad guy. He's a true anti-hero. Someone who doesn't fit neatly into any category. And what makes him fascinating is that he constantly balances between being a ruthless gangster and a damaged war hero. Now, Thomas Shelby is ruthless. There's no denying that. He's a gangster who will do whatever it takes to protect and grow the Shelby empire. But underneath that cold, calculated exterior, his family is very important to him. Whether it's his brothers Arthur and John, sister Ada, or Aunt Polly, Tommy's decisions are often driven by his desire to keep his family safe, even if they don't always see eye to eye. Despite their disagreements and betrayals, even when everyone in the family leaves him at some point, Tommy still cares deeply about them. Even when they chose their own paths or act against him, he never stops protecting them. He's like the father figure who always comes back to clean up the mess, no matter how much pain they cause him. But Thomas Shelby isn't just defined by his role as a leader or brother. His story with Grace adds another layer of complexity to his character. Grace enters Tommy's life in season 1 as an undercover spy working against him.
It strikes me that it isn't Arthur who heads the Shelby family. It's the younger one, Thomas.
Their relationship begins with deception, but quickly transforms into a deep, genuine love. For Tommy, who rarely lets anyone in, Grace becomes the one person who reaches beyond his armor. But tragically, Tommy loses her, and she takes a bullet which was meant for Tommy himself, and it's a moment that changes him forever. Even though he has suffered immense loss, the way he carries on shows just how resilient he is. No matter how much pain he endures, Tommy always stands tall even when it feels like the weight of the world is crushing him. Thomas Shelby's ability to withstand pain is one of his defining traits. Whether it's losing Grace, facing betrayal from family, or the constant threats against his life, nothing seems to break him. He grieves, he suffers, but he doesn't let it control him. Even after Grace's death, he never gives up on his responsibilities, on his family, or on expanding his empire. He carries his pain quietly, internalizing it, and it's that quiet strength that makes him so iconic. But it's not like Thomas Shelby never struggles with pain. Beyond the sharp looks and gangster persona, Tommy's internal struggles are what makes him truly relatable. His constant battle with his own demons, especially his PTSD from the war, makes him a vulnerable character despite his strong exterior. He is a man who, despite his success, is haunted by his past. Whether it's the loss of loved ones, his war experiences, or the pressure to keep his family safe, Tommy's vulnerability adds a layer of depth to his character. All of this, the fearless attitude, loyalty to his family, and his ability to love and lose without ever truly breaking, is why Thomas Shelby has become a cultural icon. He is a character who feels larger than life, but is still relatable on a deeply human level.